Okay, so this is a Monday session. It's actually from a little while ago. It was our last session before we left the UK to move over to Barcelona. So normally on a Monday I'll do squats and I'll do power snatches just to sort of get myself set up for the week. The squat program that I follow is a program that my friend Adam actually wrote for me about 4 years ago. I just use it every time. Every time I want to sort of get a PB squat, I've always done this program and it's always worked for me. It's basically you squat twice a week, back squat twice a week. On one of the sessions, you go a little bit lighter. You do your 80% for 5 twos, and then the other session of the week, the second session of the week, you go heavier. So you do less sets, same rep scheme, so twos, but maybe one less set each week, and you increase by 5% each week. So you would do 80% on the Monday, 85% on the Friday, and then that Friday would go up 85, 90%, 95 until you get to 100%, and then hopefully do 100% for two, and then load up for a new 1RM. That's what I've always done. I mean, at the moment, I'm not looking to set a new 1RM, so I'm just using this sort of to keep my base level of strength up. I just go heavy on the Friday to like a heavy double, and then I keep my Mondays to 5 twos and do sort of 90 seconds rest in between each set, and it seems to work for me. So squats are done, get those out of the way, SBDs off. I don't know how anybody lifts in SBDs. I think they're awful to lift in. They're so tight. I've tried bigger sizes, smaller sizes. I wear XL. Seems to be the only ones that really work for me. They sort of pinch the back of my legs and make my feet go all numb when I lift in them. So I just decided snatch, clean and jerk, SBDs off. It just works best for me. So like I said at the start of the video, I work power snatches on a Monday. Normally I'd sort of work up to about 80% and then do a few sets of that, maybe do like a top set, like I'll just go up for the last set or something just to hit something heavy, just to feel that heavy weight. Normally, like I said, just for one set though. So you see at the moment, whenever I post a snatch session, I still can't say it, I would start with muscle snatches when I'm warming up. At the moment, doing muscle snatches really helps me. I haven't always done that when I've been warming up, but I just found that it really helps me be more aggressive with my hips. It makes me be more aggressive with my turnover of the bar. It makes me faster when I move on to the snatches and all that sort of thing. So it's all personal preference, but I would say getting really good at muscle snatch does really drill in a good sort of turnover after the hips and pulling yourself under the bar. And I would normally go up to about 90 kilos, as you can see now, sort of one muscle snatch, two snatches, I think this is. And then today, for some reason, I decided to go up to 100, which isn't what I'd always do on the muscle snatches, just because it can gas you out a little bit when you're going really, really heavy. So I did do the 100, but then I had to step back and I had to sort of take a second before I could do the next reps. I did 2 more reps and then I actually did another set at 100 because I felt like I was jumping back a little bit, sort of rushing after my hips. So I would sort of hit at the hips, move my feet really quick, shift my hips backwards. It's like quite a common mistake when you're doing powers to sort of move your feet really fast and push your hips back. And I realised I was doing that, so I did a few sets at 100 and then before moving up to 105. 105 felt a little bit better. It's always been a number for me that doesn't really feel great. I don't know why. Normally if I do 100, 100 is okay, 105 feels a bit iffy, but then when I put 110 on, it all just seems to sort of click together if I'm doing snatches, power snatches, full snatches, anything like that. I feel like by the time I got to 110, I really had corrected the movement. I wasn't jumping back anymore. I felt really happy with how they felt timing wise, so I thought I'd just put 117 on. 117 felt really good, both pretty strong powers. Panicked a little bit on that first rep, like I said, shuffled back a little bit again, hips go back, but just take a second, come back to the bar and just try and be as strict as possible. That's always what I think about when I'm sort of lifting the heavier side of weights. It's just no matter what it feels like off the floor, you have to try and stick to your movement and trust yourself. So I thought 117 was good enough. I take the jump to 122, which is sort of 2 kilos up on the best that I've been doing recently at 120. I've hit 120 a couple of times. The first one was definitely a power. Let me watch this one now and you let me know if you think this one is a power as well. But I'll take it. The intention was there. It feels like I was going to power it. Even when I caught it, I thought, yeah, that was a powerful snatch. I mean, it might just be that little bit below parallel, but if you pause it in the right place, I'm above parallel for a split second. And then I thought, it's our last session in the UK. I put 126 on, just give it a crack. I did 125 a little while ago, maybe a few weeks ago, so I thought this will just sort of put a 1 kilo on that. It's still 4 kilos underneath my best. My best is 130, but I thought, why not? Let's just give it a go. It felt powerful, but I wouldn't say it was a power. But it was a good session, a good last session, and I really enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun.